What makes a young couple's dream road trip across America spiral into a national tragedy? How does a social media influencer go from van life vlogger to a missing person in just weeks? And why did the FBI lead one of the most intense manhunts in recent history, for a man who returned home alone? This is the story of Gabby Petito, a bright, adventurous 22-year-old whose disappearance and death captivated the nation, and the FBI's relentless pursuit of the one man who may have known the truth, Brian Laundrie. The perfect van life, or so it seemed. Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie were a young couple from Florida who had been dating for years. In July 2021, they set out on what seemed to be a dream trip, a cross-country van life adventure through national parks, scenic landmarks, and wide-open roads. Gabby documented their journey on Instagram and YouTube, painting a picture of freedom, love, and nature. But behind the filters and hashtags, something darker was brewing. On August 12, 2021, police in Moab, Utah, responded to a 911 call from a witness who saw Brian hitting Gabby. Bodycam footage from that day revealed a tearful and distressed Gabby and a calm but evasive Brian. The police separated them overnight but made no arrests. That would be the last confirmed police interaction with Gabby alive. Gabby goes missing. By early September, Brian Laundrie returned to his family home in Northport, Florida, alone. Gabby was nowhere to be found. Even more suspicious? He made no public statements, refused to speak to law enforcement, and hired a lawyer. Gabby's family reported her missing on September 11, 2021, after losing contact for several days. Social media exploded. Hashtag Find Gabby began trending. The FBI was called in. As soon as the case crossed state lines and interstate communications became critical, the FBI stepped in. Their first move? Coordinating with multiple jurisdictions, from Wyoming to Florida, and launching a federal missing persons case. They executed a search warrant at the Laundrie family home, seizing electronics and vehicles. FBI agents combed through digital data, cell phone pings, text messages, GPS logs, surveillance footage, anything that could reveal Gabby's last location. Then, on September 19, the worst was confirmed. Gabby's remains were found in Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. The autopsy revealed cause of death: homicide by strangulation. She had likely been dead for 3 to 4 weeks. But where was Brian? The vanishing of Brian Laundrie. Just days before Gabby's body was found, Brian Laundrie had vanished. His parents told police he went for a hike in the Carlton Reserve, a vast, swampy wilderness in Florida. But they didn't report him missing until 3 days later. This set off a massive FBI-led manhunt. The terrain was brutal: alligators, snakes, thick vegetation, and deep water. The FBI declared Brian a person of interest, then issued a federal arrest warrant for unauthorized use of Gabby's debit card, a strategic move that allowed them to pursue him more aggressively. On October 20, 2021, Brian's parents joined law enforcement at the Carlton Reserve. That very day, Brian's belongings, including a notebook, a backpack, and partial human remains, were found in a previously flooded area. The remains were confirmed to be Brian Laundrie through dental records. Inside his water-damaged notebook, the FBI later revealed he had written a confession to Gabby's murder. He described it as a mercy killing after she was injured, a claim widely disputed. There would be no trial. But one thing was now clear: the suspect was dead, and the manhunt was over. Throughout the investigation, the FBI played a central role in gathering evidence, pursuing leads across state lines, and coordinating with local law enforcement and national parks. Their forensic analysis was crucial in identifying Gabby's body, confirming Brian's remains, and linking digital and physical evidence that built the timeline. Critics, however, questioned why Brian was never detained early in the case, and how he managed to vanish under the radar. Still, the FBI maintained that they worked within legal bounds. With no arrest warrant, Brian could not be forcibly held until the debit card fraud charge. The FBI closed the case in January 2022, officially stating that Brian Laundrie was solely responsible for Gabby Petito's death. Legacy and lessons. The Gabby Petito case became more than just a crime story. It sparked global discussions about domestic violence, missing persons awareness, and the power of social media in criminal investigations. Gabby's family founded the Gabby Petito Foundation, helping families of missing persons and victims of abuse. And the FBI's role, both praised and scrutinized, highlighted the importance of swift federal coordination in high-profile, multi-state cases. Gabby Petito's story is one of heartbreak, but also of awareness, a young woman whose voice, though silenced, still echoes through every effort to seek justice for others like her. If this story moved you, please like, comment, and subscribe. CrimeEcho, let us know, do you think justice was truly served in the Gabby Petito case? Stay tuned for more in-depth true crime stories, only here.